So you're thinking about moving to Smyrna, Tennessee, but you kind of want to know the pros and the cons, the good and the bad and the ugly, what you should look out for, what to expect, and possibly even what to avoid when making your move to Smyrna. Well, you're in luck because that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video today, and we're going to get after it right now.
If this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Nashville, Tennessee or surrounding areas like Smyrna, then hit the subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Nashville. My name is Indro, my partner Tommy and I, we get calls, emails and texts from people like you who are looking to make their move to Nashville, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or book a Zoom call with us. You can find that information in the description below. We are more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Nashville. So as Tommy mentioned today, we are gonna cover some pros and cons about Smyrna, Tennessee. And if you haven't checked out our full vlog tour video about Smyrna, you definitely wanna do that as well, because that's where we're gonna take you around Smyrna. We're gonna take you through actual neighborhoods and give you a little bit more of an in-depth tour on Smyrna. But as Tommy said, we're going to talk about the pros and cons, and let's just start with, talk about the bad stuff first.
All right.
So let's go for con number one.
Yeah, so the first con, in our opinion, of living in Smyrna, Tennessee is going to be the traffic. Primarily because there's basically only one major highway that runs through Smyrna, and it's also the same highway that everyone living in Murfreesboro is going to use. So Murfreesboro is kind of a larger suburb, a little bit south of Smyrna, and so anyone in Murfreesboro who is working in Nashville is also going to be using I-24 or Highway 24 to get to and from work. And so if you're living in Smyrna and you're working in Nashville, morning traffic, rush hour traffic in the afternoon, it's honestly gonna be pretty brutal. Indro called me, as a matter of fact, just a few days ago, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he was angry because he was just stuck on 24. So it can definitely be a problem. If you happen to live in Smyrna, but you're gonna work in Murfreesboro, then you're always just gonna kind of be going the opposite of everybody else, which will be fine. But if you're working in Nashville, expect some major delays with traffic.
Yeah, 100%. Now that being said, let's talk about pro number one, which in our opinion is just location. And what I mean with that is, if you're looking at Smyrna, it is literally like tucked in between Nashville, downtown Nashville, and what Tommy said, Murfreesboro, another big city actually, where there's a lot of job opportunities. So if you would have to commute to work either to Nashville or to Murfreesboro, you're kind of like right in between. So it's definitely a great location if you would have to commute to downtown Nashville, or if you would have to commute towards Murfreesboro. So another thing to consider is that obviously it's a little bit more affordable than especially downtown Nashville, because, you know, at the time of recording, which is September 23, the median home sales price here in Smyrna is about $400,000, which is still $100,000 lower compared to Nashville.
Right.
So that's a significant difference. So yeah, if you still want to be close to Nashville, but you know, you still do not want to live actually in Nashville, Smyrna is definitely a good option, because it's a very good location to be still close to Nashville and be a little bit more affordable than Nashville.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great location, kind of nestled in between those two spots. Con number two is going to be short and sweet, but it's crime. And I don't want you to think that Smyrna is Gotham City, right? Like, they don't need Batman's help. It's not that bad. The crime rate is just a tad higher than some of the surrounding areas. Smyrna can still be a little scrappy, right? So Smyrna has a lot of development, a lot of new builds coming in, very up and coming, kind of re-gentrification in some spots. And so it has a tendency to still be a little scrappy. Again, your car is gonna be fine, your children are gonna be fine, but just worth noting that when you do your own research, you'll probably find that the crime rate is just slightly above some of the other cities in the surrounding area.
Yeah, and let's talk about pro number two, which is plenty of activities and outdoor entertainment for you and your family. You know, even though Smyrna is still considered to be a small town, however, there's a year-round family-friendly activities that are being hosted by the town. And I'm talking about, for example, Halloween at the park, music night at the event center. There's a family movie night at the outdoor adventure center. You got the Christmas parade at Lowry Street, and you got the big Tennessee Air Show at the Smyrna Airport. So a lot of stuff that's going around for being a small town. Not only that, Smyrna has about 800 acres that is practically available for recreation and leisure activities for you and your family.
It's a lot of land.
Oh, 100%. It has about 10 parks. It's about 21 miles of greenway, hiking trails. There's a lot of, basketball fields, there's a golf course, you name it. There's definitely a lot of opportunity to stay active outdoor. And that not only, but there's also lake access because you're pretty close to Percy Priest Lake. So if you're somebody who's interested in boating, fishing, kayaking, you got the opportunity to go out on the lake as well. So Smyrna definitely has a lot of opportunity to provide for you and your family if you just like to stay busy, whether that's on a physical level or you just like to go to events, whatever that may be for you or your family. Smyrna definitely has to offer a lot of stuff for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of opportunity to get outdoors with the family. And speaking of family, we actually couldn't find another con, so I hope you're okay with just the two of those. But talking about family leads us into our last pro, which is the fact that Smyrna has excellent school ratings. And so your kids are going to be in great hands with the Smyrna School District with a lot of opportunity to test high and place well if that's something that's important to you, which I believe it's important to all parents. But very great test scores and school ratings in Smyrna, Tennessee. And so, some of the better options for your kids are going to be Cedar Grove Elementary, Rocky Ford Middle School, and Thurman Francis Arts Academy. All three of those schools that I just mentioned are actually going to have an A to an A+ rating according to niche.com. So again, your family, your kids are going to be in great hands when it comes to their education.
All right, that practically sums it up about our pro and con video. And again, this is a little bit our opinion and also what we could find just on statistics. So obviously, for example, school ratings might not be important for you. However, we just want to give you guys at least a couple of pro and cons about Smyrna, Tennessee, besides our full vlog tour. So if you have any questions, concerns, or you would love us to make a video about another suburb of interest, or if you have any detailed questions about our videos, just drop it in the comment below. We'd be more than happy to address those questions.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we hope to see you around town.
Bye-bye.